Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video today. Today we will be getting a channeled message for the collective. This is a general read. I hope everyone is doing really well, enjoying themselves. We're just going to jump right into it, okay? We have the energies of the Seven of Cups on the bottom here. So, illusions, trickery. We will see. Okay, thank you. The Four of Wands and the Five of Swords. I'm getting someone's theft. The stealing of a home, maybe. Collective, you might have had a home that someone stole from you. Collective, you might have had, this could mean someone stole your happy home, like as in, you know, like a home wrecker energy. Collective, that's how you could look at it, but I choose to see things like that as if someone is to be, you know, if someone's attention is to be, you know, stirred away from you, collective, then that person needs to just continue along the way away from you, because anybody who is not, you know, for you shouldn't be with you, right? So those people make themselves known. Anybody who wants to, you know, entertain third parties or anything like that, that's their business, and it doesn't have anything to do with you, right? So anyway, side note, I am getting these energies of theft of a home. So again, that could be happy home, that could be theft of a celebration, someone, you know, trying to come in, wanting to win at all costs during your wedding or something like that. Like, you know, someone wanting to say their piece, someone wanting to ruin your celebration, your wedding, someone wanting to ruin your home life, someone wanting to destabilize your home life. This can be lies, theft, again, as I said, theft of a home. That's the first thing that came to mind, theft of a home. I'm feeling, collective, that someone left you a home, property, an estate, perhaps, you know, through inheritance, that was altered, and so it was stolen, because, you know, even if you go by legal means to do something, if what you are doing legally is false and corrupt, and you're falsifying documents, or you're lying, or, you know, if there is any corruption or falsehoods involved in the legal matters, then it is not actually legal. It is illegal, okay? So it is corruption. So like, let's say someone in your family, for example, collective, someone in your family, a grandparent, a great-grandparent perhaps, a great-grandparent left you an estate, left you an inheritance, left you an insurance policy, money, a home, any combination of that, right? As a baby, okay? And then some other person within your family, or some person external to you and your family, came in and stole this home, this estate, this happy home, okay? Again, home wrecker of a different sort. Home wrecker that not only lies, but also steals. Okay, so theft, wanting to win at all costs. From childhood. Collective, I'm getting someone left you something in childhood that was stolen from you. Family were either directly involved in the theft of this, or they were complicit by, you know, not doing anything about it if they knew of it. And how could they not know? How could they not know, right? If you were the baby and you were the innocent one, what does that make them? Oh, the Five of Wands inverted. This is extreme chaos. This is implementing agents of chaos throughout your life. Collective, they implemented agents of chaos. This would mean You know, they might have sent people toward you who wanted to fight. You know, they might have sent people toward you who wanted to enter into negative relationships to waylay you from the truth of the situation, which is that there were lies, there was thievery going on. So the Five of Wands inverted, we have the 5-5. This is completion. Okay. And then we have the 4. So with the 5-5, we have 10. This is completion. With the 4, we have 14. 10 and 4 is 14. So then we have the 5, another 5. 3 5s. Okay. Angel number 555 could be significant for you, collective, the High Priestess. You would know this speaks to your deep inner knowledge of all of these goings on. Okay, let's just talk about it. Let's talk about it, right? Let's just talk about it. Let's move everybody in frames. We can all see what's going on, right? You were a baby when this was done. when the entire family conspired to steal from you and send agents of chaos into your life. Wow, you were just a baby. Why did they hate that baby so much? How could adults hate a baby? Jealousy. That baby was loved. That baby was so deeply loved. This evoked jealousy from the rest of the family because this baby, collective, that's you, you're the baby, okay? This baby was deeply loved by the grandparents, the great-grandparents, and the children or the grandparents, right? Speaking down the line here. Let's say it was a great-grandparent or great-grandparents who intended to or did leave you this house, this inheritance, this insurance policy, whatever it is, right? Combination of any of those things, estate. That would make you the great-grandbaby, and that would mean the grandparents and the parents were involved in the theft, in the lies, in the corruption, in the illusions, in the trickery, the High Priestess. Okay, I mean, told to leave that out. So, collective, you have knowledge of this. This also speaks to situational knowledge. Those within the situation know their own misdeeds, right? But of course, this speaks to those external knowing as well. So this is being uncovered. I'm getting very strong energies of illumination. The sun is not out here with the baby riding, but I do feel that that is the case. Collective, you were so very loved by these great-grandparents that it evoked jealousy, great jealousy and hatred throughout the rest of the family, because why should you be so loved when they felt unloved? Why should you be so loved? Why should you get all of the love when they didn't get the love? Why should you be doted on when they don't get the attention? Why should you get the money when you're just a baby? They should be in charge of it. Why should you get all of the smiles? Why should you, a baby, light up the faces of those people so much? Why should you be able to light up their face with a smile that the rest of that family just didn't see when they entered the room? And this evoked such jealousy. Collective, I'm sorry to say, these are the past events from your childhood. These are the situations that the people in your family, friends, the community, I don't know what this is, other than where you come from, your fourth house, your mother in particular. So, yeah. Okay. The world, energies of the world on the bottom of the wishes for the fishes deck. Messages for the collective about this. The Ace of Cups on its side. This is about a lack of love. This is about all of the love that the rest of the family felt that they lacked. And they projected this onto you, collective, because you were an easy target for these predators. These people were predators, collective. These people were very predatory toward you. They saw you as you were. You were a baby, you were innocent, you were defenseless. You were surrounded by harpies and vultures. These are your family. Your love that you evoked from these grandparents, these great-grandparents, these parents, I don't know, take it as it resonates, collective. This evoked such hatred and jealousy from the rest of the family here that it just erupted. The whole entire family split because they just couldn't handle. I feel very strongly that the family felt that these great-grandparents or these grandparents, take it as it resonates, were lacking love themselves, like they had the inability to love, and that's how the rest of the family explained to themselves, I guess, how they could grow up without feeling the love that they wanted to get, right? But then when you came along and they saw that love evident on the faces of those parents, those grandparents, those great-grandparents, whatever it is, it just, all reason went out the window with these people within your family. They all came together in hatred of you. They all came together like a bunch of predators, like, oh yes, we're going to just take everything we can from this baby, this innocent, helpless, defenseless baby. We're just gonna surround this baby, and we're gonna bide our time. We're gonna bide our time, and we're gonna take out those unfortunate great-grandparents, grandparents. We're gonna take them out. I feel that the family were involved in taking them out, collective. This is your own family taking your own family out. Again, vultures, predators, murderers, thieves and murderers, agents of chaos. Okay. A complete lack of love on their part. We have the star underneath here. Okay. Yes, messages. Okay. Collective, there are messages about this being uncovered. There are messages. There could be messages going back years, obviously, if you have been suffering through this familial horror since childhood, or since you were a baby, or whatever the situation is, then those messages would have been going very far back. Letters. Obviously, if documentation were falsified, or corruption within the courts or whatever, any paper trail. This Eight of Wands is giving paper trail. There's paper trail. There's messages about this. As of late, even, there's messages about this. Messages of them trying to win at all costs, suffering from a complete lack of self-love, a complete lack of the love of the Lord, because individuals who operate like this, they have denounced anything good in their life, okay? People who would do this are just, I just can't even. The Two of Pentacles on its side. This is a great imbalance. These people are greatly imbalanced. The family is greatly imbalanced. I believe the family looked at your arrival as an imbalance. Like they had some sort of balance with their mutual hatred of whoever this grandparent or great grandparent, set grandparents, whatever, take it as it resonates. The family had a mutual hatred of these individuals who greatly loved you as a baby, as an innocent baby. They greatly loved you. And the family saw your arrival as an imbalance. They saw their lives balanced before in their mutual hatred. They thought, oh, well, at least I'm gonna get this money. And then you showed up, collective, and you spoiled their plans. So I don't know, I guess they had plans before you even showed up. So, I don't know, okay. Messages for the collective. You're protected through this, collective. You need to know you're protected, okay? The Emperor. These are upright. Okay, thank you. The Emperor, upright. These are, this is giving the father figure. This is giving your father was involved, collective. Your father could be involved. I did say I was feeling strongly that your mother was involved from the 4th house. And then your father could be involved too. This could speak to the most elder male in the family outside of this grandparent, great-grandparent, grandparents, once they passed or were taken out, okay? Because I don't feel that passings around these people are natural. I don't feel that they're natural. I feel that that passings around these individuals are questionable at best. Questionable. And then there's corruption around that too. So Lord only knows who all is involved in that. The Fool. These individuals are foolish. They think they're just going to leap away from this now. Okay, new beginnings. The Fool. These are taking leaps of faith. Collective, you have taken leaps of faith. You have been protected. This speaks to the ancestral protection of the. This is the 7 of Swords. The Fool speaks to the ancestral protection. Okay, the black cat here. So you have feline protection. You could have feline ancestors. You could have underworld protection. Your ancestral protection is strong. So you're very protected. You're very, very protected. Again, you evoke love from individuals who previously had problems showing love. And that might be why other individuals experienced those individuals differently. Like, let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about it. These parents, these grandparents, whoever is involved in stealing from you, in casting illusions, corruption, and taking out grandparents, great-grandparents, whatever it is, or whoever, other members of the community maybe. I don't even know, okay? But these individuals will have experienced relationships with those other individuals, the grandparents, the great-grandparents, the ones that left you something, the house, whatever it was. They will have experienced a relationship completely different with them, right? Like, their experience of them might have been a very low, a very, lackluster relationship. They might have not, been shown love by these individuals, but you were shown the love by these individuals. So this might be where the hatred, the jealousy stems from, because their feelings are valid about how they feel about themselves. That is valid, okay? Their projection of it onto you, especially as a baby, is so invalid and so wrong. But again, you can't apply reason to psychos. These people are psychos at this point, okay? They've gone past the point of reason, and I'm sorry to say, families like this will probably have some serious serious points of reason that would, you know, cause someone to have some psychotic episodes. I'll tell you that. You made it out of this family alive. You are lucky. Count your lucky stars. Collective, so lucky. The 10 of Wands, such a burden. Such a burden. These people put burdens on you, collective. Okay, we're done with this one. We're going to do the... No, we're not doing... Okay, we're going to do the personality trait type phrases. And if it cuts off, you guys, till next time. Messages for the collective, please. Thank you. I am an alchemist, turning darkness into light. Collective, alchemist, collective. You balance the forces. Lead with love, not with fear. They see the results and ignore the work. Right, so collective, I believe these people, your family, the community, whatever this is, these people, they saw the results and they ignored the work. So I believe, you know, throughout your life, these individuals surrounding you, these predatory harpy vulture individuals surrounding you, they did not appreciate any of the work that you put in, any of your accomplishments. I'm sure they didn't clap for you even once or anything. So in addition to sending agents of chaos your way, you know, if you're a feminine, they probably sent predatory men towards you as you grew, you know, so that you could enter into harmful, abusive, predatory relationships with men. If you're a masculine, they probably sent predatory females toward you so that you could enter into the same type of, you know, where those females could just take you for everything you got, or break your heart and leave you and, you know, make you a jaded person, or, you know, females out there, you know, those men are just gonna try to screw up your mind so that you're never right for anybody again. But fuck them, because that shit ain't gonna work, right? I'm a Heather. I'm not a Heather, I'm a Veronica. Sorry, I'm reading that wrong. Mean Girls, Stop Trying to Make Fetch Happen. Corn Nuts, I'm the Cool Mom. So collective, you're not a Heather, you're a Veronica. Which means you are not a part of the crowd. You're not just a part of the crowd, okay? You stand out. You're not going to go along with something that you don't feel is right just because everybody else is going along with it. So you might have had some, you know, people within your family who gave over very easily into peer pressure. Again, families can peer pressure each other. This is a regular thing, but this goes way beyond peer pressure, okay? Again, this Heather's reference, this movie, the individuals in the movie, they went so far beyond the normal mean girl, you know, social experiment that everybody goes through during, you know, their school age years, where you learn people, you know, not everybody's nice and not everybody is gonna be like a good person, you know. This movie is about individuals going way far beyond that. Corruption, lies, deceit, you know, this whole situation within your family. It's kind of like this movie, this mirrors that situation where they were just willing to tear everything apart, and it was all for what? All for what? For some feeling? You know? Okay, so the Emperor, this might be a judge who is seeing the light through the darkness, because there's a lot of darkness here. Okay, collective. Things are being unearthed. There are truths being unearthed. The messages are happening. There are messages coming out in the readings. The stuff is happening in the ethers. This healing is making its way, collective. All of these stories are making its way to the surface. This is because everything that is done in the dark comes to the light, including predatory families who steal and lie from babies. How can people hate a baby? Okay, until next time. Bye, you guys.